All right, so we're gonna make a T-Rex. We already made a Brontosaurus, or I already made a Brontosaurus like this, and I wanted to make one that's standing up. So we started with the one that's horizontal. Now we're gonna make one that's vertical. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to position our tube standing, and then we're gonna have some legs kind of coming down on either side to support that. We're gonna have a tail, and then we'll have a head sticking up this way too. So I've already planned out some of these on the other side of this cardboard. These are gonna be the thighs. These will be the legs that come down here. Just like the tail for the other one, I'm just a little bit more narrow than the tube itself. It's about 1, 2, 3, 5 little sections of the cardboard wide. And then I just divided it in half. These are gonna be curvy so that it goes curvy like that. These are gonna be for the feet. I'm not entirely sure how we're gonna make those, but I have a general idea. I was experimenting before with some shapes that are like this, but I'm thinking we're gonna go something a little bit different than that. And then this will be our tail, very similar to the tail that is on the Brontosaurus. Coming down like that. And then this is the trickiest part to draw. This is the head. And I'm not sure how wide I want this piece down here, but that's what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some slots on either side of this tube, and we're gonna stick that right in there, right in the center. And I wanted to create a good surface for that, so we can always trim it down later. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut all of this out, and then I can show you how we put it all together. All right, so now I have all the pieces that are cut out, and I'm gonna start with the legs. I'm gonna push these just a little bit out of the way. I want this to stand up, but I also want it to maybe be a little bit off of the ground. So if I do that, I can put feet on the bottom, and that will require me to be really careful about how I glue it so that it stands. So I'm gonna get the glue on this surface here. And some over here. And you don't have to have it go off of the ground very much. Just a little bit of a gap there, so like a finger width. And remember to hold it. Again, we're gonna hold it for quite some time. I'm just gonna get this one secure so I can put the other side on. Really pinching these two pieces of cardboard together. Okay, I'm actually gonna put all right, so now I'm gonna wanna line up the bottom here. If it's not perfect, it's okay. We can always trim it later. Making sure that it is even on both sides so that it doesn't tip over. I really want these to be the opposite side. You know, one there and one there, not a little bit off center. All right, now I'm gonna hold it, and I am going to count to 50. So another thing that you can do if it's okay with your grown-up is to pinch it with a kitchen clip, a bag clip, or a clothespin. Some of them reach, some of them don't reach as far, but I can have it help me hold it while I'm doing something else. So now I can work on the tail, and what I'm gonna do with the tail is curl it so that it is curved. So I'm gonna have to like bend it several times to kind of give it more of a bendable texture. And because there's two pieces of cardboard with two pieces of thin cardboard with a little wavy corrugation on the inside, that's what creates those lines on the cardboard. And when I have that and I smush it, it makes it really bendable because there's like some movement. There's a little bit of play there in between the two surfaces of the thin cardboard, and then you can really move it around. All right, so I'm thinking that I would want to add it off to the side like this. You need to make sure that it doesn't become wider than where my two legs are. So I need to determine if I have that space or if I need to make a trim. And it looks like I do need to make a little trim. It's a little too wide right here. So I'm gonna make a little trim. I'm gonna do it on both sides so it's even. And test it out again, and I think that will still, I think it'll work. So stand it up. Think about where I want it to be. I want to go like right about there, so maybe like a finger length below, which is a good measurement. All right. I'm gonna get some glue. Oops, no scraps. On the top of my cardboard here. Looks like I'm gonna have to pour some more glue. All right. So like I said, a finger width away. And place it in there and hold it. Again, 50 seconds. All right, so I've held it for quite some time. Gonna let that sit there. Now I'm thinking about, and this is, whoa. It is quite curvy. Oop, it wants to come undone. I have to hold it longer. It's quite curvy, so it keeps pushing down, but it might be okay because it's gonna have the feet. So let's discuss the feet next. All right, so I was thinking what we could do is create something that goes like this. Maybe something that's a little narrow and then comes out and makes the 3 points. So let's draw 3 points. Right, so I'm gonna cut this out. All right, let's check it out. So we want this to go like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna create a slot there. See if I can get, and I think I'm gonna need to make it a little wider. You can take this little skinny piece that you cut and push it one direction and tear it off pretty easily. So now I'm gonna slide that over the leg and see if that is deep enough, and it is not, so I might go even more. And that's pretty good. And you could choose not to do the feet. That's totally up to you. So if you're not gonna do the feet, go skipping right ahead to the head. See if that's far enough. I need to make it a little bit further. All right, so I'm gonna put this on it. So it slides right on there, but I want it kind of near the bottom. And it's gonna help kind of counteract the effect of the tail. And another way we can also attach it is to create a piece that goes right there. So taking some scraps, I could create a little rectangular shape that is that distance. So my next step would be to glue that together to kind of create this little platform. All right, so now I have my legs and I have my tail, and I need to put on the head. So I've created this shape that looks like a dinosaur head, and now I have this little section down here that can go into the tube. So I need to make 2 slits on opposite sides that go about 1/2 inch in. And again, when you're making our slits, we want them to be a little bit of space in between because of how thick the cardboard is. So let's see if that's gonna be enough. And maybe a little longer. All right, and we're gonna do that on the other side as well. Don't want to make the slits too wide, as they are part of what happens is that it squeezes the cardboard, and that's how it holds it in. So if we make it too wide this way, it won't work. Let's test it out. Oh, I'm just losing our feet here. All right, that's looking great. It's very sturdy. And then I can take some cereal box cardboard and I can make some legs. I mean, not some legs, some arms. And those are pretty easy to cut on that. And then you can attach those on here. So I'm actually gonna dip that and put that there. And then I'm gonna add the other one to the other side. That is my T-Rex. And we're gonna let it dry before we decorate it, before we put paint or crayon or oil pastel on it. So I just wanted to show you, this is just paint. Painted all over it and super cute. So that's one. And then this one is paint with oil pastel. And this one is all kinds of oil pastel and a little bit of marker.